All right. Joseph Walters, what's good, man? How are you? Give me 1 second. All right. Dozer313, FLA Vapes, Kid Bass, ST sent me. Shane Smith, yo, yo, yo. Yeah, I was just over watching ST show, man. Or his little live test and whatnot. Was sitting there watching that, trying to enjoy that. Glad to be back. Seems like it's been forever. Oh man, I'm blessed, Shane. Too blessed to be stressed, my friend. Too blessed to be stressed. I guarantee you that. Moving and grooving, making things happen. Just got back from the UK this last week. It's been a beautiful, beautiful thing. Looking real pimpish in that baby blue, huh? Yeah, man. I've actually had this thermal for years, man. I wear it every now and then. You know, everybody's used to seeing me in red. I can change it up just a bit. Change is good. Good for everybody. Miss Connie, Michaela, Chris W., how are you guys? I am absolutely blessed. I'm telling you guys, if I was any more blessed, I don't know what I'd do with myself. Trying to get this camera, this mic set right. All right. Seen you all over Instagram. Yeah, you know, trying to push the Omage a little bit, you know. It's very, very important that everybody understands that it's not for everybody, but it is for somebody. That makes sense. It's my most meaningful project to date, you know. Like I was very passionate about this one. Like I had a lot of purpose behind it. In the words of TVC, the Vapor Chronicles, it's a project of passion. If that makes any sense to you at all, it means it was more passion driven than anything else. I've already had that. The RDA that was like the real popular hand checks and all that good stuff and the tags. Some things are more important than that, and it's very, very important to me that I realize that and understand that, and never forget that, and never lose touch with where we started at. You know, it is a very, very restricted vape, but it's a very, very specific market that I was targeting when we done this. The vapor production is there, lots and lots of flavor. I don't know what more to say about it, guys. I hope you guys get out there, pick yourselves up one, and let me know what you think about it. Like I said, but I will lead you with caution to tell you that it's not for everybody. I don't want somebody to pick it up thinking that, oh, it's going to be a massive cloud blowing. It's not. It's more important than that. You know, Phil Rosado and Dimitri, you know, had that little hashtag make 12 milligram great again. Hey, I'm with that. You know, I'm all about that. Let's make sure we cater to the market share and industry that keeps us all afloat. You know. Where can we get it, Joel? Says Connie Fellows. Dove Poet directly right now, and I know we're going to have a few distributors in the U.S. that are going to be looking to pick it up. As soon as I have an official hard launch date in the U.S., I will be sure to let you guys know where you can grab it, hence why I did not do so in the video. Much love to the U.K. I know some distributors there picked it up while they were at the show, went and stocked it on the shelves that day, you know, and I'm very, very appreciative of that and the understanding that a lot of people, that when they seen it, they understood why I done it. You know, once they tried it, they understood it. A lot of folks did not understand why I did it, and some did understand why it happened that way. Let me see something here, just out of curiosity. I'm curious about it. All right, can you hear me? Test, test. Hello, hello. Yeah, my mic's not showing it to be picked up. I hope I'm not getting picked up on my the mic for my camera. So it's not mouth to lung, just restricted lung. Yes, yes. Oh, good deal, Chris W, man. Good deal. And I can't take any credit for that, for you doing that. You know what I mean? You've been a dual user for 3 years and you're smoke free for 6 weeks now, man, that is you. You owe yourself all the credit for that because you had the mindset to say that you wanted to do something. You know, you took the steps and the initiative forward to get to where you're at today. You know, if we were tools along the way to help you, we're glad we were able to do so. But man, ultimately, all that credit and thanks goes back to yourself. You be very damn proud of everything that you've accomplished this far. If you're 6 weeks in, man, I look forward to hearing from you when you're 6 years in. You know, and I'm thankful that you are making the decision to go 100% smoke free. That's a blessing. Sound is good. Good. Shane Smith said, I'll take a restricted with some 6. Yeah, man, it's made me really go back to rocking 6, 9, and 12s. I've tried them all. You know, it's just, it wasn't the cool thing to do, should I say. Like, it's not the end thing. But you know what I did see? There was a lot of cool products that were released in the UK. The love that was shown over in the UK. Got to give it to them guys. A lot of love over there. I want to start off by, first off, giving a very, very special thanks to a few people, man, because this was my very first time to ever travel outside of our great country. And, you know, a lot of uncertainties for me to go travel outside of our country. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know, you know, like how to get on. Like, I've never ridden a subway before, you know, I've never ridden a train before. I've never done any of that, you know, and without these people, man, the trip would not have been what it was. So in no certain order, I just want to give these thanks out to these people and let them know that from the bottom of my heart, I really do appreciate you. Thank you for everything you've done for me while I was over there. It means the absolute world to me. Miss Amy Relish, Amy Herb, that's Brian, the Vapor Chronicles wife. Thank you, ma'am, for everything. I had a wonderful time. Brian, the Vapor Chronicles, dude took me in, didn't make me feel like a third leg to the party, made sure I was included in everything that was going down. Mr. Mike Vapes, thank you. Phenom, thank you. Shake, thank you. Jackie, with Dovepo, thank you. Bogan, the Bearded Viking. Ping with Dovepo. Man, the countless others that were there that were just Habib driving, you know, his family to the Signature Tips line. Each one of them, man, they opened their doors and just I just felt like one of the people for a little bit. You know, we all strive, whether we admit it or not, we all want to be a part of something greater than just ourselves. Like me personally, that's my personal thing. Like I always strive to be a part of something greater than just myself. And every one of those folks literally made me feel like if I was just one of the guys for years, you know, and like part of the family. I could not be any more blessed than that. Like, I mean, there's to go to a new country and have like a lot of first for me. I never rode first class on anything before, a train, a plane, anything, even had first class lounge or any of that stuff. But if there was any hiccups along the way, you know, they were, man, don't worry about it, we worked out, I'm forever thankful for that. You know, that's something to be. It was a true blessing. I couldn't tell you any more than that. It was just a wonderful thing. Seeing as you don't have a job, can you be the bake to shake and bake? Bad Mother Trucker, Chris Chapman, Black Country Vapor. It was a pleasure to shake your hand at Expo. No, understand the pleasure was all mine. I hope that I want people to go to those expos. It's a beautiful thing because people get to meet you in person and get to see that who you are as an individual in person. Like on camera, you may get a persona or something that you like, a vibe of some sort, but to meet somebody in person and get to feel the sincerity and the energy from the people, it's a blessing. And that's what I got in the UK. I felt that wholeheartedly. Dave Satek. 1 second, folks. I got to do one thing. I just realized I need to do something. Sorry about that, guys. I had to put the Ethernet cable on my computer. I was running on my Wi-Fi, and I was like, man, it's kind of laggy. Dave Satek, good to see you back. Yes, guys, those that don't know, I didn't do a live stream before I left. Typically, when I do these expos, I kind of take like a disconnect, like I get off all the social media and stuff and just kind of pull back a little bit and spend time with my family, make sure that they understand that they're the reason why I'm doing whatever it is that I'm doing. And, capitalize on those moments and make sure that I spend lots of time with the family. It's very important to me. And I know it may suck, oh, you didn't have a live stream before you left. You didn't have a live stream. It's disconnect time. It's family time, and afford them that. Hey, Dre Winthrop, what's good? A lot of culture differences overseas, ID. Uh, One, man, like their soda pops come in little bitty cans, and they're like, they taste different. Everything over there tastes different to me. Red Bull tasted the same, though. I can say that much. Red Bull did not change in taste at all. Uh, the vibe from people over there, like I guess it's like here in the States, we've got the stigma of like we want to like keep up with the Joneses of such. Well, over there, you don't really get that vibe from a lot of people. I don't know if it's because it's touristy or what, but you don't get that keeping up with the Joneses mentality. And I think it's because they have one king and one queen and like a royal family. And no matter what you accomplish financially in your daytime career or whatever, you're never going to be royalty. So like they're the Joneses. You can't keep up with them. You know what I mean? Like you're not. It's not in your bloodline. You're not going to be no more than what you are. So that whole stigma is really gone over there, and I'm ever thankful that it is. A lot of people super friendly. And their lingos and stuff I caught was really funny. Like, you okay, mate? You okay? You okay? Good. You good? Okay, I'm good, man. I'm straight. I promise you, I'm good. a lot of fun over there. Got to be alongside Bogan. Dropped his Odin. That's a Vapors Cloud Dovpo Bogan collaboration. That was dope. He also had his limited edition Splatos over there, the pink and black ones with Bearded Viking. Had some custom bubble glasses made and drip tips, as well as Brian the Vapor Chronicles dropped the SQ topside. He also dropped the SQ Light and the Variant RDA. And those are like the popular items, man. Like I don't care what nobody says. You can hear what you want to hear from other folks in different chats or whatever. Being there firsthand, I've seen it. Those were the go-to items. That stand at Dopo was history in the making, and I don't think a lot of people really sat back and realized that all the countries involved, all the companies involved, all the personalities involved. I don't think it's ever happened to that level before, because you had Bogan from Australia, you had the Bearded Viking from South Africa, you had Shake and Signature Tips. We'll just do Shake from Signature Tips in the UK. Then you had myself from the US, Texas, and then you had, of course, Brian and Amy, Mike Vapes and Phenom. And then you also had Coil Turd as well. But then that's just in personalities and countries. So then you start breaking it down with companies. You had the Dovpo, Vapors Cloud. You had Bearded Viking again. Then you had Coil Turd and his RDA there, the RDA for vaping. Man, just the magnitude of the companies that come together on the conglomerate so heavy at one booth. Man, it was phenomenal. Like the energy was something to be. You had to be a part of it to understand it, man. Like there was just a vibe there that was second to none. It reminded me a lot of the old days of vaping when it was like everybody coming together as one, and not about, well, this brand selling more than this brand, or this brand selling more than that brand. No, it's everybody come together. Let's work to a common goal and let's make this shit happen. And we did that, man. And I'm very fortunate to have been a part of that. The Omage launched next to those products, and it was a blessing to have those products launching and the Omage be in the mix, because that means the Omage got some attention when maybe it wouldn't have done so well by itself, because it's not the big cloud chunking RDA, RTA that everybody loves. You know, so I got to say that was a true blessing to see that all on bowl. Josh Warner, blessed. Shadow Link, what's good? Juan True Texan, hey, what's good? Man, it's just been a hell of a journey for myself. I wish everybody could experience that. You know, that if you haven't traveled abroad or if you've ever thought about doing it, I highly suggest you do it because you're going to see a part of the world that you've never seen before. You're going to be able to experience things that you've never experienced before. If you'd asked me 10 years ago, not even 10 years ago, if you'd say when I was like 21, 22, 23, if I ever needed a passport, if I'd ever travel abroad, man, I tell you, out of your damn mind, I wouldn't need it. You know what I mean? I wasn't going to live that long. But to go see it, it opens up the entire world for you, man. It opens up a whole new playground, a whole new platform. And it's something that I think everybody should experience, you know, and it breaks my heart to know some people will never get out of the neighborhood in which they lived in, you know, and to think I'm just a country boy from East Texas to be able to go see and travel the world and do that. Man, I still can't believe it happened. I'm still dumbfounded by that. Jeremy Furman, what's good? Robert, what's good? Product that I picked up while I was there. Of course, I got the Odin. I did get the 21700 topside SQ, I guess is what they're calling it. Yeah, topside SQ. I did pick that up. I kind of kicked myself in the ass because the only Odin I got was like a display model, like my box. I don't have a box for it or nothing. All I got is literally just the damn mod. I'm thankful for that. You know, I could have got nothing, but there's a beautiful bluish gunmetal that they released that I'm really, really fond of, and a black one. You know, I'd like to have a full package. You know, and I'll reach out to Dove Poe and see about getting one, maybe purchasing one if I have to, because it's a banging little mod. Black Country Vapor, you brought out a top piece of a kit. Thoroughly enjoying it. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate the hell out of that. I really do. It's a different vape though. I mean, you got to admit that, Black Country Vape, that it's a different style of vape. Tony Laura said he stopped flying 1999, 28 countries, 48 states. That's a blessing, man. You were able to fly. You know, some people are not afforded that same opportunity to get out and go fly and travel and see the world. You know, I was glad that I didn't just go and just do the expo. You know, I was able to go and see the sights and, take the time prior to the show and after the show. Sean says, can't wait to get the tank. I can't wait for everybody to get it. You know, it's a very meaningful project to me. And again, I completely know that it is an untapped territory. It's not like your typical sub-ohm tanks. It's not. It's totally different. It's a new, not even a new way. It's just like paying homage, like paying respect to what got me to where I'm at today. You know, and to make that decision to say, you know what, I'm going to stop and go back and do it this way. Super thankful for that. Battery for days. Need more 2700, 21700s. Yeah, man. This one is 0.19. 38% on the dual 21700s that are in here. I've probably been vaping on it shit since I left the expo, and just keep refilling it and just keep vaping it. It's right up my alley. I enjoy it. We did I know a lot of people have been asking about the Profile V2. You know, Wodafoe's been pushing the Profile V2. Like, what's the deal with the Profile V2? I will tell you that there was a prototype that was shown at the expo. It was under lock and key. It was an agreement that nobody would get to put, like, really put their hands on it, play with it, anything. You're just able to walk by and look at it. I didn't really care to do a Profile V2. Initially, it wasn't in my game plan to do a Profile V2. And we sat down, we had a good long conversation, good video chat over the matter, and we've decided that we were going to push a V2. We were going to, well, we're not even going to call it a V2. We were going to push another profile. Trucking says, when I'm coming out with a mech mod, when the time is right. You know, I'm an individual, and shout out Trucking. Thank you for the $2. When the time is right, I'm a firm believer that you don't push anything. You know, I'm never late. I'm where I'm supposed to be when I'm supposed to be there, because damn it, that's when I showed up. What have I heard about what's going on in online marketing in China, says Jeremy Firman. So I was up 3 o'clock in the morning looking over a contract to send back, and they'd gotten word of that. And it was hold on here. All right, whatever. I was in a chat with them when they got that passed down to them. My understanding and their understanding is it's only for domestic shipments only in China, and China doesn't do a lot of domestic shipments via vape gear, like online vape sales within the country of China. Exports are still good to go, no issues there. So that's what it was. As far as my mech mod, when I'm doing a mech mod, whenever the time is right, you know, when the opportunity presents itself and the chips fall into place, we'll make that happen. It's something that I'm very passionate about doing. It's going to be one that whenever it does release, it'll release when it's time. You know, I'm not going to force the matter or force the issue. You look at the time frame from the profile and the Unity to the Omage. It was a long time frame in between there, and that's something that I had to be very, very precise about, like cautious of, like, especially when you're doing something new and you're going to create market disruption. It's not just, oh, here's an idea, let me put this together, let me release it and get it out. People may have that interpretation or impression of it, but that's not the way it really works. If you want to have a successful product and you want to make the impact that you're planning to make, that has to be done strategically, and that has to be done your moves have to be calculated. I'm not one to just recklessly move and recklessly speak. I want to make sure that whenever I'm doing something, I'm doing it for all the right reasons. And it's not like the Omage is a cash grab. If it was a cash grab, it'd be just like every other sub-ohm tank on the market. You know, this is a very specific market share that was targeted with the Omage. And to say that, oh, he targeted a market share, you're damn right I targeted a market share. Why? Because nobody else was. And if it's easy to stand out whenever you're doing something that nobody else is doing. Call that cheating, call it unfair, call it what you want to call it, man. It's called market study, analytics, research. You know, there's reasons why things are done and why things are released when they are released. To me, guys, this is not just a fly by the pants type situation. This is something that I think about very, very thoroughly. It's something that I have a lot of pride on the table with. And even pride aside, it's something I'm passionate about. And I congratulate the others in the industry that are the same way. I'm not saying I'm the only person that's like that. There's other people in this industry that have the very same mindset and mind frame as myself, and they're doing very, very successful at what they do. And you can see it. It shows in their products. It shows in their sales. It shows in everything out there. You know, ID Vodka says, I call that smart business. What was my inspiration for the Omage? The inspiration for the Omage is, like I said in my video, Mr. Chapman, was the fact that, you know, the profile, the Unity, both of them highly successful products, very, very successful products. But my mother couldn't use either one of them. You know, my mom's been battling cancer for many years now, and, you know, her dexterity is not the same as it used to be, and her understanding of things. She's a not old woman, but she's an elderly woman. She's older, you know, and she couldn't use my product. So I had to ask myself, like, of all the successful things you've done, how successful have you really been if your mother can't even use your own products? What have I accomplished? Nothing. I ain't accomplished a damn thing. And it hit me that, if my mom can't use my products, there's other people out there that are just like my mother that can't use my products. As much as they may love me as an individual and want to support me and, help me along the way, they can't use my products. And that reminded me that, look, not everybody is a hobbyist. Not everybody is a, 2-year vapor that, has tried every RDA and RTA on the market. And we need to go back and address that. We need to figure this out. This idea that I had for the Omage, this is not something that just happened overnight. This is an idea I've been having for a very, very long time. And the dual stacked mesh, putting mesh on top of each other, it may be the first to happen, but I promise you, somebody else is going to do it, and they're going to make it with a cloud chunking RDA or a sub-ohm tank. I get that. I know it's going to happen. I'm okay with that. Like I'm cool with that. It's to know that, hey, you were the first one to do it, and the reasoning for doing it is very, very deep to me. It's not about the internet fame and the hand checks and how many people, tag your RDA or RTA or whatever. It's deeper than that. It's a very specific marketplace that I felt deserves innovation. Yes, comes with 5 coils. Why does it come with 5 coils? And people got to understand, each one of them coils in there is going to take off of my profit side of things, because I can promise you, those folks like, look, man, we can't put 5 coils in this box. Well, look, the reason why we chose to go with 5 coils in the box is we want to make sure that the vapors out there get the chance to thoroughly experience a sub-ohm tank, like especially a crossover vapor, man. We can't have them getting two coils and turn around and have them drive right back to the vape shop, man. They're like, man, fuck that. I'm just going to buy another pack of smokes and get right back to smoking. It's something simple. I want to make sure that they had all the full opportunity to get past that 2-week, 3-week hump, that some people have. And there's some people it's longer than that, but I wanted to make sure that they get taken care of, guys, because the community is always first in my book. And if that means I got to take off my profit sharing side of it, man, fuck it. Let's do it. Because some things are more important than just, how much money can I make off this product? And don't get it wrong. Their monetaries make a big difference. Like I can't do this shit for free. Nobody would want to do it for free. But there is a point where you can give a little to give back to the community. You know what I mean? And DovePo understood that. They understood that wholeheartedly. And the fact that they were willing to accept the risk involved with that, shit, dude, that speaks volumes as to the company that they are, like that speaks real big volumes. Guys, the market share of crossover vapors to smokers away from, and people are tired of pod systems. Fuck, we could have implemented the same thing in a pod system, so to speak, and get the same, but people are tired of pod systems. Like they're fucking tired of them. So I was like, you know what? Why don't we do it this way? FLA Vapes, I hope it works out for you, man. Yeah, 5 packs of coils with the tank. And again, it's a smart strategy on the fact of it creates market disruption. And we learned that with the profile that if you want to draw attention to your products, it has to create market disruption. Once that disruption is in place, you got to have a team willing to move on it and to capitalize on it, to make sure people understand why it is that it's done and have the opportunity to pick it up. It's like riding a wave. If you throw a rock in the water, you see that ripple going. If you put a boat in the lake and you're behind it, the disruption that boat makes is a wave, and you catch that little wave or wake that comes off of that boat for your surfers and tubers in the back, and they ride that. Much the same with the industry. You create that market disruption, which would be the lake, your product being the boat, create that disruption, and then the ride of the wake that's put off, is the community and the consumers riding that wake. And I think it's smart. Again, I don't do anything half-assed. I probably overthink some things too much. It's a blessing and a curse at the same time. It's what keeps you up at night. It's what so makes you turn gray-headed. It makes you have to go to the barbershop every week to get a bald fade so you can cover them gray hairs. But I firmly believe it may not pay off financially, like, oh, just great dividends, like, oh, it's another profile, another unity. Man, it's bigger than that, you know. It's way bigger than that. Profile, new profile. It's coming. I'm not going to sit there and lie to you and tell you it's not coming. It is coming. There is changes brought to the table. A lot of changes that I listened to the market whenever the profile released of all the people that didn't enjoy it, you know, and wanted to go back and check those boxes off. And be completely honest with you, the only reason why the profile happened is because another project that I was doing with another company, they decided they weren't going to do it because of, you know, all the turmoil in the States right now. So we put that project on hold, move forward with this one. It just moves up in the rotation. I'm a project of 5. I don't know what's all going on in chat, man. I see a bunch of shit going on over there. That's on them. Got some really cool shit though. I'm gonna be making sure my Patreons are laced up. I didn't do a Patreon giveaway last month, so whenever I get done tonight, I'm gonna go straight to my Zoom and go live over there and do a live drawing for my Patreons for last month and my Patreons of this month. I appreciate you guys wholeheartedly and thoroughly. I really do. What do I got to put in the mix for the Patreon? I'm not really sure yet, but I do have some cool shit to put in there. I know I got a barrage I'm supposed to do over there and probably some other shit I'm supposed to get out. Shout out to Signature Tips for lacing me up with the red tip for my billet. Loving this little thing. Still rocking this one. I know the red and gold or red and bronze or whatever you call it may not be your flavor, may not be your style, but damn, it sure is mine. I had some other projects, especially for the billet box. It's just pushed back a little bit. Understand that the SQ, topside SQ, this thing right here, man, it's a beautiful piece. I haven't even like really used it yet because it's like I'm very sentimental when it comes to things, you know what I mean? And when somebody hands you something as a personal gift, to me, it means the world to me. So I'm like, man, I don't really want to use it because it was given to me as a personal gift. But I do understand that, you know, I got to use it. I mean, that's what it was given to me. But just everything about that, man, is just fucking gorgeous. It makes you appreciate somebody else thinking outside of that box and doing something different, you know. Everything in it serves a purpose. There was no wasted space. It was all done for a very, very specific reason, and I'm digging it. It's done very, very well. Those guys knew what the hell they were doing when they set off to pursue this project, and it looks good too. Red, I mean, shit, that's like my favorite color. What bridge am I using? I'm actually using the one from Signature Tips. Shout out to Shake over there. He gave it to me for my Vaporesso coils, and that's the one I'm using. That was pretty good. Exquisite Bliss, how are you? Buck and Shoot Ranch, how are you? Rigor Mortis, bet. Sean Flanagan said he cannot wait for the Fush mini review. Funny thing is, I just had that bastard charging the other day. I used it all day yesterday. I didn't realize that I had got that before all the reviewers in the States. Man, I've had mine for a couple of weeks now. And she asked me at the store, she said, hey, did you get it? I was like, yeah, but you sent it in blue. You know, and I was like, how the hell am I going to give one away if I only got one and only got it in blue? But Nicole, she's a sweetheart, man. She's a little bitty thing, though, man. She's like a whole whopping 4'1", 4'2". But she just always smiling in ear. You know, that's a personality, a contagious smile that I think everybody should have. You know, she's a very, very, very cool lady, very business oriented though. Like she's about her business. She ain't bullshit when it comes down to it. She wants that business and that business to be right. Oh, I did pick up the Cosmonaut V2 that come from directly from the gentleman. And while I was there, I went ahead and had coiled turd, throw me some coils in it. I ain't even wicked them up yet. Have not wicked them up yet. But I think it looks really, really good. Shake, again, laced me up with a custom drip tip to match the mod. I think that looks pretty good. Hell, it matches the damn shirt I'm wearing today. Would you look at that? Look at that. Bam. Tell you what. Why am I wearing a Halloween costume when it's over? Man, the scar on my nose is not a Halloween costume. Should that come from a incident in the backyard? Damn near knocked my ass out. Have I tried Coil Turds RD8? No, I did not. Yes, you know what? I did try it. I did try it. But he sold out faster than he can get them bastards unboxed. You know, I was super, super, super proud to witness that, to see him experience that whole thing of releasing something new and it being well received and selling like it did. Man, that was shit. You couldn't ask for better feeling than that. That in itself, the contagious feeling of that like the euphoria you get off of that, beautiful thing to witness. You know, I'm damn proud of him. I'm damn proud I was able to sit there and witness that. It's a sexy, sexy RDA. I will tell you that right now. His RDA is sexy as hell. I'd really like to get me a black one, a gold one, and a stainless because they look good. I mean, the two-tone finish on it is just a perfect answer. I did have a gentleman give me one of these while I was over there, a little piston vape stand. Thought it was kind of cool. Dilligif, I think is what it's called, Dilligif stand. Gave me a card. When I use it in a video or something, I'll show you all the card and put that up. I thought it was kind of cool, you know. It's like a little steampunk print on it. You probably can't see it, but there's like gears and stuff in there. Pretty cool. Different, you know, just something different. And it's things like that when somebody comes up and hands me a gift that they made themselves by hand. Shit, dude, those kind of things right there, I'll cherish for a long time. Did I get the Dead Rabbit RDA yet? I did not pick up the Dead Rabbit RDA. I actually walked over there. I looked at it. Seen it. Just didn't pick it up. It's nothing against the creator of it. Nothing against the company with it. Just it wasn't for me. You know what I mean? I'm a Dead Rabbit fan. I was a huge fan of the first Dead Rabbit. This one I'm sure will do very well for him and Hell's Vape. Much respect. Congratulations to them on the release of it. I did see they were doing like a little trade-in program, which is super smart marketing. If you look at things from a marketing standpoint, the fact that you were able to take your V1 Dead Rabbit in and pick one of the V2s up, man, that's smart. I mean, people are going to put hand checks up of it. It's going to make that RDA relevant, more relevant than it already is. The marketing on it is genius. I mean, you can't take that from them. What's my thoughts on Vandy Vape's new mesh RDA? Look, guys, what the profile did in that build deck, people are going to do it time and time again. Vandy Vape does it. Am I to sit here and like be upset? No, I can't be upset about that. If anything, I'm honored that they felt that was a design they wanted to implement and go with. Like that just, from my mental standpoint, it's like they just put another stamp of validation on the Just Right name. I don't have to go over there and comment on every one of their posts or anything like that. Man, you know why? Because the community does that. The community knows. That's when you say you make market disruption. When you do something so different that nobody's ever done before, you stand out on your own. And when you stand out on your own for so long and then other people start following suit, man, you're there. You're solidified. And that's what's happening with the Vandy Vape deal. You know, if people want to pick up the Vandy, I know people that picked up the Kylan and M and they love it. Man, I don't hurt my feelings none at all. You know, like I remember what the Mesh 1 RDA looked like from Vandy Vapes, you know, and the fact that all the reviewers that are getting it are, you know, acknowledging the profile and giving me respect, or, you know, shout out to Mr. Just Right One as well for creating this. And lots of people are going to be doing it. Shit, I can't ask for more than that. You know, that's a blessing in itself. The one, As a reviewer, they don't have to do that. They can just say, hey, they're implementing the ceramic block spring loaded, and they don't have to say that. But they're choosing to say that of their own free will and merit. And I'm thankful for that. I'm humbled by that. You know, and if anybody done the same, I'd do the same for their projects. You know, if they did something that's super innovative, this style deck or this style deck, you know, I'd be sure to mention, hey, this is from this, and the companies may not like it, but the reality of it is that's what it is. Mike Vape said he felt I should be getting a cut from all of them that are doing it. Hey, if they want to reach out to them, my bank account is a welcoming bank account. You know, we can sit down, we can discuss that. I would gladly take any kickbacks from any company using it. I would be more than pleased to accept a little bit of a kickback from any of them at any given point in time. It's just one of those things, guys. Whenever you do something so different and people start to use it, man, you can't be mad about that. Like, I can't be mad about it. Shit, I'm in the back of my mind, I was like, damn, I bet. Thank you, you know. Anything mesh profile gets mentioned, hey, that's it's the art of doing something different, you know. I wish I kind of feel bad though for like a board of engineers and designers to sit down and implement somebody else's idea. Like, to me, that would be like, I would feel a little bit bad to say, well, it's like so and so's, but we're gonna put our name on it. Well, why the fuck I ain't paying so and so? Why am I paying you guys to be designers and design shit for my company, and we're using somebody else's shit? That doesn't make sense. Always give credit where credit's due. Understand this: I'm not owed or due anything. What I have to this very moment has been payment enough. Always. I'm always going to feel that way. I'm not owed anything in this world. Me and my wife had this conversation the other day about what we were like, you know, what did we do so right, or what have I done so right to deserve the wonderful children that I have, and, you know, to witness my sons be who they are. What did I do to deserve that? And I don't ever feel I'll deserve my children and their accomplishments. I don't think I've done enough right for that. You know, now she says, well, you always feel like you deserve bad shit to happen to you and bad things to happen to you. You're damn right I feel as if I deserve bad things to happen to me because I've done a lot of bad shit. I acknowledge that. I know, like, my dues are not paid in full yet. My dues are still coming. You know, when I lost my little brother, I knew that day I was paying for a lot of wrongdoings that I'd done before. And I stand prepared to continue to accept the wrongdoings that I did afterwards. You know, I'm not a perfect man by any means, and I understand that I'll pay for my sins. The Bible says the son will pay for the sins of thy father. I don't want my children to pay for my sins. I'm a man first. I'll stand up and pay for my own damn sins. Don't take it out on my babies. So I don't ever feel as if I'm due or owed anything. Truck and vapes, the $2 that I headbutt Dave. Nah, man, a damn tree come back and kick my ass. That's what caused it. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. It is, you know, and a lot of people, they would expect me to be upset about it or something. Man, I could, but why? I mean, what does it accomplish? You think they're going to stop making it? You think they're going to sit down and cut me a check? Hell no, they ain't. You know, I learned a long time ago, you don't waste energy on something you can't change. You have no control over the matter. If I can't change what it is and have no control over the issue, then why waste my energy on it? What I'd rather do, instead of sitting there bitching and throwing a fit about what somebody else is doing, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to come up with my next idea, and I'm going to make sure that my next one gets created and gets put to market and it's successful. It's not always best to be the first in the race. You know, like you go back to the tortoise and the hare story, you know, the rabbit and the turtle going off in the race. The rabbit took off fast, but the turtle took his time. When the rabbit got winded, the turtle kept going, you know. I always want to be that turtle. And same thing with the fence post, the turtle on the fence post. I told y'all my granddaddy told me that. He said, son, if you ever see a turtle on the fence post, I can promise you he didn't get there by himself. I'm always going to be that turtle. You know, like, I know that I'm not where I'm at today on my own merit, on my own doing. Same thing in the turtle and the rabbit race. I'm going to be the turtle. Why? Because I'm going to move at my own pace. I'm going to do my own thing, and know that you don't have to be first to win the race. You just, sometimes it's not always best You gotta look at things differently, man. Life is a rush already. Like, why the hell do we want to rush through all this and like hurry up and get it out, hurry up and get something out? We're gonna rush and rush and rush and rush and rush until we're on our damn deathbed and be like, damn, why am I here so quick? I wish I had 5 more minutes. You're gonna wish you could take your time then. When it's my time to go to my deathbed and I'm, taking my last breath, I want to know that I moved at my own pace and I'm supposed to be where I'm where I'm at when I'm supposed to be there. Like, hey, if that's my day, that's my day. But I ain't rushing to get there. Shit, I'm just gonna enjoy the ride, enjoy the journey. Often I think we forget to do that, guys. We forget to enjoy the journey. At the layover, I was pissed off about some layovers I had on a booking issue with Orbitz. But the reality of it is, man, I wasn't really pissed off about it. I couldn't be. I had to enjoy the moment, enjoy the fact that I got to go to Ireland. Like, shit, that's a stamp in my passport that I'd never had before. So I'm thankful that I got to go to Ireland. And the flight over there wasn't bad. I think I had 9 Jack and Cokes between DFW and New York. And then from New York to Dublin, I think I had like another 6 or 7 Jack and Cokes. So, shit, it was a good flight all the way around. Matt said, my father passed away this year on Father's Day. He had the same outlook on life as you. Matt, first and foremost, man, I'm sorry for the loss of your father. If he had the same outlook, your father was a wise man. I'm not saying I'm the wisest of individuals, but I understand that moving at your own pace when you're supposed to be there is just how it's supposed to be, man. I'm such a humble dude. I've actually caught a lot of shit for being humble. It's like some of my buddies like, dude, you don't have to be humble all the time, Joel. You can, kind of flex your nuts a little bit. Why, man? Like, shit. It's not me, man. It's not my demeanor. It's not who I am. This ain't a character you seeing right here. This is me. This is who I am. Like, I don't want to be high strung and braggadocious. You know what I mean? Like, when I'm riding solo by myself or out and about moving, I can look back on myself and I can congratulate myself and say, man, dude, you're doing it, Joel. You're doing things you never thought you'd do before. And I am, and I'm thankful for it. If you guys got any questions regarding anything in the UK, please ask me. I will tell you wholeheartedly. I will tell you the Cokes, they don't taste the same. They come in little bitty cans. You don't get iced tea. Like, what the fuck? You don't get iced tea? I like to lost my shit over that. What else? The coffee sucks. Miss Amy Relish, I firmly believe that she is 100% correct when she says that the guards with the red coats and the big black caps don't exist. They're fake because we didn't see them. What's my go-to e-liquid, Matt? Man, my go-to e-liquid is going to be twisted e-liquids. Man, the Gold Coast lemon bar from them dudes, A1. Apple twist, A1. Berry twist, A1. Hell, that reds, triple reds, A1. Shit, ain't much that Twisted e-liquids puts out that I don't fuck with. Like, I really, really thoroughly enjoy all of their e-liquids. Also, Lost Dreams Vape Co. I really dig that. I like the whole behind the scenes of Lost Dreams Vape Co. I love their e-liquids. I love what they do behind the scenes. Solid dudes in my book. Dinner Lady, lemon tart. Yeah, that's a good one. I actually had a lemon tart pod, like a little pod system that they had, like a disposable. It was pretty good. I got to have that on that first class train ride that we got to go over there. Shout out to Bogan on that. If you guys haven't had the opportunity to hang out with Bogan, that dude is a fucking character in a hat, man. Like, he's just himself. He don't give a shit what nobody has to say or anything else about it. He's just himself. And that bearded Viking vapor dude, man, that son of a bitch can eat. I'm talking about that fucker can eat and eat and eat and eat and eat and eat and eat. Best meal I had there, in my opinion, we went to a Lebanese restaurant, and we had like a lamb and rice. Fuck, I could eat that for days, man. I'm a big fan of lamb, but it was like a big old piece of lamb they brought on the table. It was really, really good. Yeah, they're only there when the queen is, says Joseph Walters. There's a lot of conspiracy as to when they're there, because we asked a bunch of locals. Hell, we asked the guards there. I actually got a picture. I'll put it up later on Instagram of one of the armed guards that was there. I tried to get him to like hem me up against like the castle wall and shit with his gun, and he was like, "Look, that sounds like a great idea, but I would get in a lot of trouble if like the tabloids got that or something." And he's right. He probably would have, man. But I tried, hell. But we were able to take a picture together. That was cool. Yeah, Lebanese food is amazing. Everybody was like really stoked over the farmhouse that we went to go eat at. It's like this place called the Farmhouse. It's supposed to be really nice place, really high end. But still, the Lebanese food, shit, hands down my favorite. The basmati long grain rice. The tea, like they do like a digestive tea at the end of dinner. That was like a minty tea. I was putting sugar in it. I didn't realize that the cup was like this fucking big, and like they poured the tea in, and like, I don't know. I just grabbed like 1 or 2 things of sugar, thinking like regular coffee or something. No, you're gonna put like a quarter of that in sugar. It's already sweet already. Matt Charity, man, I'm sure there's a lot of e-liquids out there. I don't get to try them all. I do try different ones occasionally. If the profile sounds appealing to me, I'll pick it up and give it a go. If somebody suggests that I try something, I'll give it a go. What was it like to be a place where vaping is actually promoted? It was the craziest thing, Miss Connie, because outside of the convention center, they had this little like overhead, looked kind of like a bus stop, so to speak, but it wasn't really a bus stop. It's just like a little hangout spot. And it said vaping/smoking shelter. Like it's a place for you to go outside and vape and smoke. But I thought it was really neat that they included vaping before the smoking. Like that was priority number 1. A lot of really neat to see that. A lot of vapors just walking the streets of London, even on the on-off tour of the Big Red Bus. Again, Miss Amy scheduled that, put that out there. Just people watching. A lot of vapors, lots and lots of vapors over there. The pod systems, I didn't see a lot of pod systems over there. You know, we really didn't. I've seen a lot of sub-ohm tanks, a lot of RDAs, RTAs. I know there was some concern about, different reviewers and opinions of us going over there and whatnot. I will tell you wholeheartedly that while I was there, I had no confrontations with anybody. Nobody had any negative comments or suggestions or body language of any nature towards me, towards anybody that I was with. We were welcomed with open arms, handshakes, hugs. Everybody was very friendly. So if you hear otherwise, it's bullshit. Like nobody comes sideways with anything, Like I don't ever anticipate that, but it is always something that I keep in the back of my mind that, hey, look, somebody may be pissed off or have ill will or feelings towards us and what we're doing. That was not the case at all. The fact that a lot of the vapors there are really concerned about what's going on in the United States. A lot of the companies there are really concerned about what's going on in the United States. It's not even their fucking problem, and they're concerned about it. Because they understand that the world is watching. What we do here is imperative, and how we handle this situation is important, because what we do, the rest of the world's going to follow. Did I get to see Stonehenge in London? I did tour London. I got to see Big Ben. I got to see all them historical churches and the Royal Palace and countless places, man. There's too many damn places to mention. Walking through there, you look at all these buildings, people are just fascinated by the architecture and like, oh man, could you imagine how long it took to design it? I'm thinking, you know how many fucking people it took to lay all them damn bricks or all that stonework? Because ain't nothing over there wood. It's all stone, cobblestone streets, stone buildings, and to be able to integrate and modernize these buildings to modern times, man, that had to be an act of Congress. Yeah, we're going to be the dumbasses that ruin it for everyone. Jesus. Unfortunately, Miss Connie, I said this before, and a lot of people don't like it, but hey, I'm going to say it again because this is just how I feel. We built a castle on a weak foundation. In order to reinforce that foundation, unfortunately, you have to take down some of the walls of the castle. You have to be some demo work that goes into the renovation of the castle. I don't believe vaping is going anywhere. I just feel that the key players in vaping are going to change. You know, it sucks because we're going to lose some things along the way. But you have to be fully aware that when you step into battle, that losses are going to happen. That's going to be something that did piss me off, and I'm going to say this because it pissed me off seriously. The stick pods. Like everybody knows, I love the Cubano stick pods. My vape shop that I go to that I buy them stick pods from was like, man, look, I would love to keep stocking these, but they got to get them to me in something less than 50. Their replies are, we can't get them in less than 50. We can't get them in less than 50. That's bullshit because they had them over there and they were 20. The fact that we sell 50 stick pods, 50 milligram stick pods in the United States is fucking atrocious. We should sell nothing more than 20 stick pods. If those stick pods were in 20s here, fuck that, I'd rock a handful of them again. I'd be like I used to. I'd have one in my fucking seatbelt, one in my coin pocket. Shit, I'd never leave the house without one. That aggravates me. And know that I'm going to reach out to them guys and I'm going to ask them, like, why the fuck can we not get 20 in the States, but you can get 20 overseas? If that's the case, shit, I'll go out throwing all out fucking war against them bastards. I promise you I will. Because it is unfair to the American marketplace that we cannot be afforded the opportunity to have step-down e-liquids. If we want 20, then damn it, we should have 20. Don't tell me you can't get me 20 here, but have 20 over there. Ian Thomas, absolutely, ID, a true gentleman. He brought us gifts. Like it was the craziest thing. He brought us chocolates and candies, but the top of the list was the beef jerky. He brought a bag of beef jerky. I didn't say one word to nobody else. I took that beef jerky, I stuck it in my backpack. I enjoyed it when I got back to the room. Yes, all pre-filled pods are max 20 milligrams abroad. That needs to be in the States too, ID. I firmly believe that we should have stick pods capped at 20, and not just stick pods, but pre-filled pods in general capped at 20 here in the States. There's no reason for it to be 50s. Oh, fucking tired. That little booger right there is a banger, though. They're actually 60. Now, 60, 50, all the same difference to me. It's unnecessary. Yeah, Chappie, I think we get that mindset carried a little too far. Go big or go home in the States, man. Because if we look at your portions of your meals, here you go to the burger joint, you get a burger and French fries. You're gonna get a big ass burger, big ass thing of fries, and a big soda pop. Overseas, you go get a burger and French fries. You're gonna get a little bitty burger, a little bitty thing of fries, and a thing of water. You're not gonna have the opportunity to get a big ass soda pop. Yeah, we're internally tearing our industry down from the inside over here, Miss Connie, and it's unfortunate. But like I said, we had the opportunity to self-regulate. We failed to do so. So what happens now is like a changing of the guard, so to speak. You know, there's gonna be some changes come about, and we don't have a choice in the matter. Change is inevitable. Change comes with or without your consent. You don't get to dictate when the change comes to this nature. You know, it's one of those things where you can boom or bust. You're gonna ride with it, or you're gonna fold over. I hate to see that a lot of companies are folding over and jumping ship. I wish I'd see more fight. You know, shout out to M-Turk. Again, somebody else I meant to give a shout out to. M-Turk, Cool Turd, both solid dudes. Grim Green, come over there. As soon as he seen the Omage, I said, man, I got to grab one. I was like, shit, take 2, take 4, take 6, take 10, take whatever the fuck you want. He come over there, looked at it, we talked about it. Andy, a distributor over there in the UK, solid dude, man. Really, really good dude. Rigor mortis, sticks, salts help screw us. Man, I'm not gonna say it's Salt Nick's fault for doing this or whatever. I think it's deeper than just one thing to blame. There's a culmination of a lot of things to blame, and we got to understand that moving forward that we can't put the blame on one market. It's a culmination of a lot of things. Yeah, J Boy quit, and that was unfortunate to see that and to hear of that happening. That's one of those ones that you see that goes under, man, that makes you wonder, like, damn, man, how many others are we gonna lose? Shit, we may lose more than just that. ID Voca, thank you. The politicians in the U.S. need to learn that there's a big world out there, and they're making themselves look ridiculous and corrupt. Not only do the United States politicians need to realize that, being able to go abroad for the very first time in my life, it lets me know something. You may be the big man on your block. You may have the baddest car on your block. You may have the most beautiful home on the block. You may have more property than the neighbor down the road from you. You may think you're doing something. Go overseas, travel the world, and it's going to open up a whole new playbook for you. You're going to realize, man, you about this fucking big on a global scale. You're not doing a damn thing compared to the others. I'm glad I got to do that. It's a reality check. Miss Connie, DC, what I'm trying to do for DC is leave. I know it's from 12 to 4, catch a flight from Tyler to DFW that morning, land in DC, catch an Uber to like a block away from wherever that shit's jumping off, walk down there, do the thing from 12 to 4, get on an Uber, drive back to the airport, and catch a flight back. I'm not going to stay and do all that brushing elbows and shit. It's not really something I'm looking forward to doing. I just spent a good week away from my family. I'm looking forward to going down there, doing what has to be done, turn around and coming back. And that's nothing against anybody that's going to DC. It's just my personal thing. I have no desire to sit there and hang out. Like I don't. It's not a joyous moment for me by any means. You know what I mean? The fact that we even have to go do this is pretty damn embarrassing. Am I prideful that we're fighting? Absolutely. We're standing up, we're speaking. But the fact that we even have to do that is embarrassing as hell. When you just left a country where it's welcomed, like, what the fuck? It doesn't make sense to me. This week, I'll put up a video, guys. I'll have some pictures up from the UK. I didn't take any video while I was out there. I'm a firm believer in embracing the conversation, enjoying the moment, and not doing it for the film and not doing it for the footage, doing it because it's wholeheartedly what I wanted to do, because it's an opportunity that's been afforded to me, and make sure that whoever sees me there, we get a chance to talk. WGD Vapes, well, goddamn, yeah, that guy. Much love to him. He come over there, showed mad love. And Angry, shout out to him as well. He come over there, showed a lot of love. Ian Thomas, Christian, everybody from Miss, Dominique, Andy. Man, there's a long list of people over there, man, and the love is just unreal. Like, it just fathom. You can't wrap your head around it as to how much love we were given in the UK. It's a moment, and the memories from that trip will be something that I cherish till my last days, to look back and say, man, I got to go do that with some of the greatest people I've ever met in this industry. Some people have opinions of other people in this industry, and whenever you get to know them away from the cameras and the YouTubes and everything else, man, and just know that I was afforded a lot of firsts that I've never been afforded before. And it's not like, oh, they buying out Joel or something. No, it's not that at all. they were just showing me something I've never got to experience before, you know, and I hope to be able to be in the same position to do the same for others one day. I'm like, yeah, man, come on, man. So you never had first class shit? Come hang out in the lounge with us. Get these free drinks and it's free food before you jump on this 10-hour flight back home. Shout out to Mike Vapes. Happy birthday, man. Him and Phenom both allowed me to go into the as the plus ones on their first class flights. Really, really cool, man. Yeah, Sean, I'm about to check out of here. We've been on for an hour and a half. I thank everybody for tuning in. The Omage, as soon as I have a hard release date in the United States, I will be sure to pay that forward to let you guys know. Patreons, as soon as I get off of here, I have like a 5-minute reset. I'm going to jump over into Zoom. We're going to run some giveaways real quick for last month and this coming month. We're going to go ahead and get them both knocked out. So if you don't have a Zoom, leave me a message on Patreon. As a matter of fact, I'll just post a number over there in Patreon, get that opened up. No disrespect to anybody. The Zoom thing, man, is just something I do for the Patreons, kind of just show my love and appreciation to them guys. I apologize. I'm going to do better at it, but we're going to do some giveaways tonight, and I'm going to go collect some nice shit to do. All right? Y'all be blessed. As always, if at any given point in time you have ever felt like you are not a somebody, I want you to know you are a somebody in somebody's eyes, and that somebody is me. I absolutely love each and every one of you out there. Stay focused. Stay blessed. Mr. Just Right One is checking in and checking out at the same damn time. I'm out.